The heavyweight division at the highest level is scarce. They're looking
Ladies
for talent.
and gentlemen, bout number 10 is presented by Independent Tire Dealers. Your local independent tire dealer is a place where you will receive dependable service performed by dependable people. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, Ryan Debelak. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Kyle Noblitt. And here is Mike England.
Right here, center of the ring. All right, fellas, give you instructions to dress room. You got any questions, sir? You got any questions, sir? Touch them up right here. God bless you. Come out fighting.
Kyle Noblitt 7-1. Ryan Debelak 4-1. Both fighters extremely athletic heavyweights here. The UFC is coming in town April 15th. Could possibly one of these guys put themselves on the radar? Big body kick from Noblitt to open up, and a big overhand from Ryan. Just misses. Noblitt looks to snap him down in a head and arm lock here. Noblitt looking for the guillotine on the fence. And he's hooking the leg. He's got it. At least he feels like he's got it.
He momentarily lets go there.
Noblitt uses the head position, looking to dig underhooks. Both fighters here are just looking to establish where their arms are going to go. They're both looking for underhooks, and they're both looking for little shots to soften each other up.
Once again, looking to the body early.
This is a huge fight for both guys here. The UFC and the heavyweight division is scarce for talent. The UFC's coming to town. Both guys are from here with solid records. This win is huge for both guys. Noblitt is doing a great job at establishing his forehead with that head position, and he's looking to fish for his underhooks. Debelak seems to be game in this exchange, but seems to be a little bit outmatched. Let's see if he can get the separation and look to trade hands. Noblitt looks for the single leg, and he looks to run the pipe. His head is not tight. Now it's tight. Looks for the inside leg trick, doesn't get it.
Again, working from the clinch here is Noblitt.
Kyle Noblitt keeping his opponent's back on the fence here. Now, with his arms, you got to look to either look to see if he gets aggressive with the grappling or if he uses his hands to separate and look to punch here.
May change levels for a double leg here. Gives it up.
Big knee from Debelak. These grappling exchanges are grueling here, especially for these big boys. Let's see who looks to slow down first. Both fighters exchanging small shots to the body. They both look to be landing. Noblitt separates, takes the fight to the center.
Good inside leg kick from Debelak.
Big left hand there from Noblitt, answers to that, and a kick to the body. Ryan has an underhook with his left arm. It's a big grappling advantage, although it doesn't seem like he's looking to use that offensively. Debelak now has double underhooks on Noblitt. Noblitt looking for a head and arm throw.
Gives up
Gets
his back.
taken.
Ends up on top though. Great grappling by Kyle Noblitt there.
Great athleticism and hip awareness from Kyle Noblitt. It's almost like he knew that exchange was going to go down.
Let's see if Noblitt can mount some offense from top position here.
Noblitt looking up to soften up those ears. Looking to pass that guard, looking to go to a half guard, possibly side control.
Almost looking for a
Noblitt pinning
crucifix
down that
here.
arm with his left leg. It's a crucifix from half guard. Noblitt keeping it cool with that far side underhook. And his left arm is doing damage.
And he's comfortable here. There's as Debelak replaces. Noblitt in full control from top position here.
Noblitt landing good hammer fists. Those aren't going to finish a fighter, but that's definitely going to make your day uncomfortable. Noblitt passes the half guard. His right knee looks to be working through to side control. Noblitt moves to north-south position. Noblitt is heavy on top.
It looked like Debelak was going to try to scramble and get up there, but Noblitt just a phenomenal job of controlling his body.
Smack in the face.
Debelak returns to the full guard. Is able to replace.
Debelak replaces nicely there, getting full guard. You know, Kyle Noblitt's going to be able to assert a damage everywhere when he's on top of you. He's just a behemoth. But if you have him in his full guard, he's going to, you know, not be able to do as much damage to you.
Limit the damage, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. So, way to work there from Ryan. Ryan seems to be fishing for a submission there. Maybe a far side Kimura.
Great job of
Noblitt's
passing by Noblitt.
Right into side control.
What we've seen so far is when Noblitt gets in these dominant positions, again, Debelak's able to replace. Noblitt hasn't been able to mount a ton of damaging offense, but like you said, these peppering shots over time add up without question.
You know, those peppering shots, and Noblitt is heavy. Noblitt's heavier than 3 car payments and 3 house payments backed up behind you.
True.
Big elbows from Noblitt to end round number 1.
Great round turned in by both these big boys.
You notice the difference between the pros and the amateurs.
Absolutely.
A competitive round 1 from Noblitt and Ryan Debelak. Noblitt looked gain top control. In these heavyweight classes, usually, unless you have a Fabricio Verdum or a Vinny Magalesh or some guy like that in the heavyweight division that's dangerous off their back, usually in the heavyweight division, the guy that can get on top will win the rounds.
Absolutely.
Not always, but usually. Kyle Noblitt was on top.
Round number 2 underway, co-main event.
And a big exchange. Both fighters seem to have good boxing. It seems to be pretty equal, but once again, Noblitt puts his back on the fence.
Noblitt working for a double leg here. Actually, it's a single, excuse me.
Noblitt looks to run the pipe, scoop, and score.
Big slam.
Slam, bam, thinking, ma'am, into side control.
Noblitt looking to mount some serious offense early in the second round. As he moves into mount.
Noblitt moves into full mount. Notice Noblitt using his hips for the weight there. Everyone's focused on the chest, focused on the head. Watch Noblitt's hips. They're like grapevines. They're glued down on you. They're not going anywhere.
Let's see if Noblitt can. Might be looking for some sort of Americana.
And there's the key lock from Kyle
situation.
Noblitt in full mount. The key lock, Americana, and it slips free.
And great job again by Ryan Debelak.
Out the front. Oh, and then there goes the guillotine.
attempt.
Noblitt, nice transition here. That looks deep, but they are
That'll
sweaty.
do it.
There's the tap.
Kyle Noblitt.
Great transition there. Kyle Noblitt looks for the Americana or the key lock. Depends on where you're from here. North, south, come on. Exactly. Yeah. Transition, hits the back, transitions to a guillotine. A la V. James Krause, training out of Glory MMA and Fitness.
And this
Kyle
is a great
Noblitt.
transition because Debelak did a phenomenal job of getting up from a bad spot, but right into the guillotine. Noblitt, again, it goes back to heavyweights moving like 70-pounders and being able to transition from all phases of grappling.
Kyle Noblitt, 8-1, and this is huge. People don't realize this. You know, you got to look at the highest level. The UFC needs talent. 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the UFC are full of killers. 5, 6, 7, and 8, it's ready
wide
for
open.
new talent. It's wide open. They're coming to the Sprint Center April 15th. Kyle Noblitt's here at Kansas City Fighting Alliance.
Sign him up.
Sign him up. This is where the talent's brewed for the next big stage here at Kansas City Fighting Alliance.
Phenomenal co-main event. So far, all of our pro fights have lived up to the billing. It's in a little bit of everything here tonight as we transition to the main event. Let's go inside the cage for our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout comes to an end at 1 minute and 17 seconds of the second round. Your winner by tap out via guillotine choke out of the red corner, Kyle Noblitt.